Hello to all of the St George's children, it's Mrs Underhill here. I am missing you all very much. A very big special hello to my class Hawthorn. Hope you are all staying safe by staying inside. Hope you are practising your times tables and your reading sometimes. But I also hope that you're enjoying this extra time that we have with our families. It's very precious. My class absolutely loves some social stories that I have, so I thought I'd read you this one today. It's Lions in a Flap. It's a book about feeling worried, and I think that's very appropriate for this time that we're going through. And there's some strategies in this book that you could use if you are feeling worried, which is completely a natural and normal feeling. Lion was always worrying. He worried about everything. He worried if he was late for school. He worried if he was early too. Lion even worried about getting all his sums right, and he was really good at sums. Lion always got in a flat when he worried. He felt hot and dizzy. His tummy quivered, and his knees knocked. It was a horrid feeling. On Friday, Miss Purd had some exciting news. She said it was the big day out in 2 weeks' time. She said this year they were all going to Jungleland and Mr Croc was going to take them in the school minibus. Everyone clapped and cheered. Jungleland was the best theme park in the jungle. Everyone was excited. Everyone, that is, except Lion, and he began to worry. And in my class we were talking about why some of those words are in bold. I wonder if you can remember why some of these words are in bold. All through football, Lion worried about the big day out. He worried about getting to Jungleland. What if the minibus broke down? What if they couldn't get to Jungleland at all? That would be dreadful. Lion got in such a flap that he let in lots of goals. He wasn't concentrating, was he? On Monday, Lion worried that it might rain on the big day out. That would be no fun at all. And what if it rained so hard that Jungleland flooded and had to close? That would be terrible. Lion got in such a flap that he knocked paint all over Hippo's picture. I wonder how Hippo's feeling now. What do you think? Monkey and Hippo were worried about Lion. They asked him if he was all right, but Lion did not tell them he was worried about the big day out. He was afraid they would laugh at him. And I wonder if that sometimes happens to some... Oh, let's go back to the page. So he was worried that his friends would laugh at him, so he decided not to tell them. And I wonder if that happens to some of you sometimes, that we keep things inside because we worry that some people will laugh at us. But it's not really a good idea to keep things inside. It can make us feel even worse about things. The next day, Lion worried about the rides at Jungleland. What if he was too small to go on them? Or too big? That would be awful. Lion got in such a flap that he knocked all the pencils and books onto the floor. Lion's in a flap, everyone said. Miss Bird took Lion outside to calm down. Miss Bird asked Lion what was wrong. He told her all about his worries about the big day out, which was a really good idea that he told someone about how he was feeling. Miss Bird listened carefully. She told him that when she felt worried, she always took a deep breath. So Lion took a deep breath. He felt a little better. Another thing you could do if you're feeling worried is you can put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart. And then sometimes when we're feeling worried, we can feel our heart beating really quick. And if we put our other hand on our stomach, when we take a deep breath, we should feel our stomach expanding, so getting bigger. And that's how we know that we're taking a deep breath. And that will help us when we're feeling worried or anxious or angry about situations. Then Miss Bird told him to think about all the good things that might happen on the big day out, instead of thinking of all the bad things. So Lion had a good think. He thought about the minibus. Mr Croc looked after it very well. He always checked the tyres. He always checked the oil. The minibus might not break down at all. Lion felt much better. Then he thought about the weather. There were no clouds in the sky and it hadn't rained for weeks and weeks. It might not rain at all on the big day out. Jungleland might not flood, and then it would stay open all day. Lion felt a lot better. Then Miss Bird told Lion that everyone gets worried sometimes. She said Lion could always talk about his worries with his friends. Lion said that Monkey and Hippo were his best friends. Miss Bird said they would be very good friends to talk to if he felt worried again, and Lion felt much, much better. On Friday it was the big day out. The minibus did not break down at all, and it only rained in the afternoon when everyone was on the water ride, so it didn't matter anyway. Lion was a bit too big to go on the runaway train, but he didn't mind at all. He went on the roaring rocket instead, and that was even more fun. Then Miss Bird looked at her watch. She said there was just enough time for everyone to go on the big drop. The big drop was the highest, fastest and scariest ride in Jungleland. I wonder if any of you can remember what we call words that end in EST. That'll be a big challenge if you can remember that. Everyone was very excited, but Lion began to worry. What if the ride was too high and too fast? What if it was too scary? Worse still, what if he could not sit next to his friends? That would be really horrid. Then Lion remembered what Miss Bird had told him. He took a deep breath. He felt a bit better. He told Monkey and Hippo his worries. Monkey said the ride could not be too high, too fast or too scary because everyone was having lots of fun on it. Then Hippo said that they would all sit together so that Lion felt nice and safe. Wasn't that a lovely thing for Hippo to say? What a good friend, saying they'd all sit together. He knew that would make him feel better. And I'm glad he told Monkey and Hippo his worries. We should always share our worries to the people that are close to us because they will help us think of things to make us feel better. The big drop was very high, very fast. I wonder if any of you can remember what we call this, the ... And it was very scary. Lion felt hot and dizzy. His tummy quivered. His knees knocked. But he wasn't worried. He wasn't worried at all. He was having a brilliant time. Look at their faces. How do you think they're feeling? Can you think of any words to show how they're feeling? And that's the end of this book. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to sharing the other social books that my class love. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.